It feels great to be back at LSO St Luke's. I'm really, really happy to be here. It's a really, really wonderful venue, and I think the facilities here are amazing. So my brand new concert, which is called Unconscious Influence, is really exploring the idea of mentors and icons and provocateurs. Essentially, I suppose, the different kinds of ways in which composers can be influenced. So some of the music includes a composer that I've really only kind of recently got to know, a composer called Julius Eastman, who's really kind of a provocateur in a way, because I think his sort of compositional approach is quite different to mine. And sometimes it's quite nice to be, in a way, provoked and inspired by people who have maybe a different kind of character or a different persona as an artist. There's another composer who features in the concert called Dominique Legendre, who's actually my mentor here as part of the LSO Jerwood Composer Plus program. There's a piece that I've written called Iconoclast, which is inspired by my teacher, one of my composition teachers, Steve Martland. Yeah, that's really a piece that's sort of reflecting on a lot of the memories that I had with him as his student, and also pieces that he was very fond of. My new piece, American Phoenix, it's quite a kind of like quirky piece, sort of lots of rhythm within it. It's very sort of short, very fast, quite sort of difficult for the players as well. And the title comes from my thoughts about the composer Julius Eastman, who also features in this concert too. Transcribe Julius Eastman's piano pieces 1 to 4. It requires a great deal of patience. It's quite a tricky process with the Eastman pieces. So these piano pieces are very kind of small miniatures. They're quite sort of dissimilar to a lot of the kind of sort of minimalistic music of Julius Eastman. It's quite dense, lots and lots of cluster chords here and there. And it's also really difficult to, when you're transcribing, to find the pulse, because, it's not like a sort of a jig like in sort of 6/8 and you're like, oh, I know kind of what it is. It's like you literally have to kind of guess sort of what the pulse is. I decided to incorporate a dancer in the concert, I think because even though it's not something necessarily that's associated with this piece, Julius Eastman has previously used dancers in some of his works. But my sort of collaboration with Kennedy Jr. Matanga, I haven't really had like a great deal of like input into what he's decided to do, and that's kind of deliberate because I wanted him to really kind of come to the music on his own terms. The only thing I did suggest to him is that each of the miniatures and each of his dance miniatures should contain some element of surprise.